Hello, Virgo. It's time for your May reading. We're going to start out with an oracle card to see what your overall energy is for May, or what you'll be dealing with overall here in May. The Child. This is a month to embrace some play, to not get so stuck in the details, to give yourself some freedom, some wiggle room for the unexpected. Be ready for the unexpected, to take some childish delight in the things that might pop up. Maybe to go for a walk in a rain with your grandchildren or your niece or nephew, or just to take your dog even for a walk out in the rain and let them splash and play in the puddles. Do it with them. That's always what I think of when I think of childhood and play for some reason. But be creative, be free, be curious, ask questions if you need to, but in a playful way. Take a playful approach to problems in this month. Now, let's see what kind of tarot messages we have for you to go with that energy, that play. Starting with the Hierophant, the Four of Feathers, the Judgment card, the Five of Horns, and the Ace of Arrows. So it's almost like there's this sense of relief. Something is finally over. There's this sense of release and the freedom to play, or the sense that you now have the freedom to play. Wherein before, if something was holding you back, or you were locked in to a certain contract, to a certain agreement. Perhaps you've been cautious about showing that playful side of yourself before because of circumstances. There's also this little bit of let yourself reflect on some childhood memories, even some painful ones, and recognize that you're no longer holding the pain or the anger quite so close. You're giving yourself the freedom to let that go so you can embrace the playful side of yourself from back then, from when you were a child. But for most of you, it's this sense of, oh, now I can breathe. Now I can go do whatever I want to do. What do I want to do? How do I've never had this much freedom before. That kind of sense is what it is. So let's get into each of the cards. We're starting here with the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant can be something like a professor, a religious leader, someone who's in the law, someone who knows all the rules and how things should be done. This is how we've always done things. This is what the rules say. They have that knowledge for you. But I feel like this is you, for most of you, you're more like the student in this situation, the person who's learned what the rules are, and you know how to work around them, or you are learning how to work around them or with them in a way that suits you. There is a sense of freedom in that. Once you know the basics, then you know what you have to work with, and now you can make a plan kind of feeling going on here. So Virgo, I mean, that could be a sense of play, honestly, for a lot of Virgos, is planning. There is a sense of enjoyment in that, of coming up with different ways to do something, to get it done. But embracing the playful side again of it and having fun with it. So yes, there are some rules that you maybe need to work within or around, but you'll come up with a plan. And then, of course, we have the optimism card, the Four of Feathers, which is the equivalent of the Four of Wands. This is a card of celebration, of enjoyment, of sharing success with friends, with family, with really anybody around you. This sense of freedom, of commitment also to a community. It could be bringing two sides of a community together. Maybe something had been going on that kept you out of the loop, and now there's a celebration because you're in the loop. But there is this sense of joy, a sense of community, and everybody coming together to celebrate an accomplishment, a milestone, making something happen that really helps build a solid foundation for the future, doing something that you might love a lot or that you're passionate about. And then we have the Judgment card. Now, this is a little bit where I was coming up. It's a combination of these two with you may have been held back in the past, perhaps with all these rules and things that you had to abide by. The Judgment card is a karma card. It's things are coming back into balance. If someone else or another party or some part of a situation weighed heavily or swayed heavily to one side in the past, that pendulum is now swaying back to the other side or coming to balance in the middle so that there is equilibrium. There is a sense of justice, of fairness. This could be now a decision is finally reached, the arbitration is done, the judge has hit the gavel, the last signature has come in, but it doesn't really feel that legal. It's more a sense of now that you know the rules, you know how to work the system kind of thing, and you can sway it back in your favor or at least bring it back into balance with the knowledge that you have. Yeah. And then we have the Five of Horns, also known as the Five of Cups. This can be a card about loss, about grief, about focusing on things that have happened in the past that can't be changed, but you keep turning your focus on that instead of the success you have now, instead of the support you have around you now. You keep giving your energy, gifting it to that situation in the past, to that loss. There's no support there anymore. There's nothing there for you anymore. It's energy that is just, you're just letting those memories siphon away from you. The goal or the challenge of this card is to let that go, to understand, yes, there is regret there, but you don't need to keep thinking about it. You don't need to keep harping on it. You don't need to keep up with the regret. What's done is done. You need to let it go, or at least turn your focus more to the present moment and these people who are here cheering you on and supporting you in the present, in the now. Once things are balanced out that may help you with this sense of grief or this sense of having lost something, you need to focus on what you've gained since then. Focus on where you are now, on the people and the support around you now. Bring yourself back to the present moment where things are better. And then we have the Truth card. The one of arrows, or the Ace of Arrows, aka the Ace of Swords. There is some new idea, some new opportunity opening up, some new truth. Maybe that you didn't see in the past because you were so bogged down in all the rules and having this unbalanced situation where you couldn't write things so that you could steer things better or manipulate things better, or make things just couldn't work in your favor. But now they can, and now they are. And now you have the freedom and the ability to see what was going on. You have a better understanding of where things really are. And this can inspire you to move in a new direction, to turn the ship around, I almost want to say. So that might be meaningful for somebody. Once you know exactly what's going on, it gives you the freedom to make better choices, new choices, choices that are best for you. And that's where you're going to be here by the end of the month. Now let's see what we have on the bottom of the deck for Virgo. Eight of Arrows, or the Eight of Sword, oppression. Don't let the outdated beliefs, rules, regulations of others that others are putting on you, that others are surrounding you with, to hold you back, because you'll know the truth. You know your truth. Listen to your truth. Hang on to that. Because all this around you, all them telling you that, no, that's not how things really are, they're just trying to keep you penned in place. They're trying to prevent you from moving forward. So just get up and fly away. You don't need to stay in that situation. You don't need to keep believing the lies, the misleads, the gossip. Take yourself out of that situation. Focus on your truth. And that's going to help you rediscover this playful side. Embrace that playful side a little more. Make plans for the future and enjoy yourself. Don't feel guilty about enjoying yourself either. You deserve to have some fun. So go have some. And that is what I have for you, Virgo, for the month of May. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.